distinguished guests on the dais, teachers, leaders in their own right, parents, and dear students. I am really honored to welcome you all to the Orientation Cum Induction Program for the batch 22-24 for JSB, which is starting from today. Prarambh, as they have said, is a new beginning, a new hope for each one of you. Today you start your professional journey. Till now you have been students and we will continue to be students lifelong. But from today you have to take a call that your journey for professional excellence starts. You have to be disciplined. You have to go with the values and systems and the curriculum that is being taught into the school system. You will have a great opportunity for learning within the system. And I am hopeful that each one of you who has come with aspirations, what you want to do, you will be able to achieve. And the director, the dean, and all the faculty members will ensure that the vision that you have for your growth, you are able to achieve not only that, but much more. Some of you will be aspiring to become leaders in your own right. Somebody will be joining the family business. Somebody might be becoming an entrepreneur. And the program of 2 years will give you guidance, directions as to how you are able to achieve these type of things that you want to become. The director talked about the COVID and we have seen the difficult and challenging times. But I thought it is better to reflect on it because despite of the fact we went through a lot of agony and hardships, there are a lot of new things that have come up. New opportunities have come up. New ways of learning have come up. We have acquired new skills. We have become totally different in terms of deciding what the purpose of life is, what exactly we are doing and why we are doing. So it gives a lot of time for us to reflect, to reimagine, to rethink everything that we have done and what we will propose to do in future. We have also been able to balance as to how we want to lead a life. We want to be much more healthier. We want to have a life which is more hygienic. We want to have a balance between work and play. We want to give priority to health, to our families, to our work culture and professional life, and also to our friends. So a lot of new things have happened, which is very encouraging, and this change will be continuously changing for times to come. So the change will always happen with each one of us, and it is good beginning that each type of adversity that comes, it brings new sets of thinking, a new approach, a new dynamic philosophy we should imbibe, and we should always learn something from whatever setbacks that we receive in life. So I think, although I am meeting so many students for the first time after 2 years, it's a very happy moment both for the institutions and also for the teachers, because to teach on a Zoom platform is at times not the best thing to do. Because physically the amount you are able to interact, you are able to meet people, and the learning that happens while meeting people, while being in the classroom, by sharing one another's experience. As the director mentioned to me that the students have come from different regions, from different states, the cross-cultural values and the cross-cultural sensitivities that you are able to experience is something which is far beyond the knowledge that you will acquire in the 2 years of service. That is the real education that is there. While you will be learning different aspects of education, somebody will be into marketing and finance, somebody will be taking up HR or many other activities which you will be doing within this 2 years. but it is much more that the different types of skill sets that will be required that you are able to impart. The people here who are from the industry will be telling you more about the type of skill sets. But as I understand, with the type of technology which has been there for the last 15 years and the type of jobs that have been required by the industry, the whole revolution has come into the education space. One has to have the hard skill sets in which the subject knowledge is important, a deeper understanding of the subject, but every subject or every problem has to be viewed from a multi-dimensional perspective. It is not necessary that you are a man of finance, so you look through a lens which is only a finance lens. You have to tackle that problem, whether it is from a marketing lens or from an HR lens or a finance lens, and have a holistic approach towards the problem. So problem solving is one of the skills that will be required. Communication becomes a very important area because you have to communicate with all the people, and not only within the company but with people outside. You have to convey to them what exactly your product is, what exactly your services is, why they will be able to buy from you a particular product, and the technology that is required, and collaboration and teamwork. In the school in the last 2 years, you will be doing a lot of case studies. You will be working in teams, and that is what is required. Some of you will also go to multinational companies where you have to understand the cross-cultural understanding, sentiments of the various people with whom you work. Because your growth and your success will not depend only upon you as an individual, but will depend upon the whole ecosystem with whom you are working, the team with whom you are engaging. If your team is able to deliver well, and if you are part of it, then the whole organization gets improvement of that thing. And I think that particular understanding with regard to working in teams in a collaborative manner becomes extremely essential. And then creativity. One has to every time think things in a different manner. Because a lot of things we do without knowing exactly why we are doing and what is the objective of doing it, and actually whether the outcome that we wanted to receive by doing that thing, we have been able to achieve that outcome or not. So it is a constant learning, relearning and unlearning. Because some of the skills that you will develop, you do not know after 5 years whether the skills will be required. You have to continuously engage in new technologies, in if there is a mindset for change, if there is a mindset for learning, then those things, although it looks quite challenging or demanding at times, but definitely they will give you tremendous opportunities, that will give you a lot of hope and confidence when you are working within the organization. And the learning should never stop, I feel. Because even today, all of us who are sitting here on the other side have to continuously learn. Not that we know everything. If we feel that we know everything, we are living in a paradise which is totally false. We have to constantly learn. We have to have people who can mentor us, who can guide us, who can coach us in every aspect. And each one of you should have a mentor, should have somebody who can constantly guide you. And there's tremendous amount of opportunities for each and every one. You are all born in the late 20th century, most of you maybe have been born. And you are all digital natives. All of us have been born much earlier. But we have to adapt to the new technology, the new way of looking at things, looking at perspectives, consumers' experience, how social media is changing, how to sell, what to sell, why to sell, what is the experience the customer is having when you are selling a product, and how can you engage in much more effective manner. So the data becomes the key thing whenever you are talking about different aspects of business management. And you have to understand each and every touch point that you have with your customer becomes very relevant to be able to get deep insights. Data alone is meaningless, but if you are able to analyze the data, if you are able to make useful knowledge out of that data, then it becomes meaningful, and you will start enjoying the data because it will throw so many questions and so many solutions to various problems. I was just reading the other day that in 2012, the amount of data which was available was 1 zettabyte in the ecosystem, and 1 zettabyte is 10 to the power of 21. So it adds 10 and 21 zeros to it. So that was the amount of data which was available in the ecosystem. Come 2022, it is 44 zettabyte. So 44 times more it has increased. And come 2025, it will be 174 zettabytes of data. So this is the volume of data. Now the question is, do we require everything? We do not require. What is relevant? What is relevant for us? What is the problem that we are facing? How to manage data and how to source the data which is realistic and authentic. Because at times we are so much enamored by data and statistics that we get confused. So how to get the most relevant data for analysis becomes also important for us. Few things I would like to suggest while I am talking to you, and that is from my learnings, from my experience, that whatever passion you have, don't try to follow people. Because ultimately, whatever interest you have, whatever hobbies you have, there is space and there is room in everything today. When we see our folks in different fields, whether it is in sports, whether it is in music, whether it is in dance, people are coming from rural background and they are achieving levels which are mind-boggling. They have not gained the type of education, the type of skills, or the type of people with whom you have been interacting, but it is only their love and the passion for that particular thing that they have reached to heights which are incredible. A lot of you must have played cricket. Dhoni is a clear example. From a small village, he came up, became the captain, led the team in such a manner that he is remembered. So in every sport, in every activity, not only in IT industry, we have seen professionals from all over the country leading multinational companies, whether it is doctors, whether it is engineers, whether it is artists. From India, we are producing people of excellence in every field. And I think there is a huge opportunity for each one of you, as long as we are determined, we have the grit, we are very, very focused. And I would urge the director and the team to continue to have smart goals for each and every student. When I say smart, I mean it has to be, S is for specific goal, M has to be a measurable goal. The problem is we don't measure what we want to do, and we don't take stock every 3 months or 6 months whether we are on the right track. And because there is a lot of digression, that we tend to forget that whether we are doing what we are thinking we will do. So it becomes too late if you try to review the whole performance after 2 years or 3 years. So the moment you have a short-term goal or a long-term goal, a measurement toolkit becomes essentially important for you to be able to do that. Then it has to be aspirational. And I would like to say that it should be an aspirational goal. Incremental growth will continue to happen. But are you really wanting to become aspirational? Do you want to become a leader in whatever you are doing? So there you have to put much more effort for the success, and that aspiration should be there, that I want to do something more, something different, something unique. Then only you will be able to harness that potential. I feel that every child has tremendous potential. The question is how well you harness that potential is for you, and because you are the person who will be able to create your own destiny. The people here who are the teachers, faculty members can only guide you, mentor you, coach you, take you to a particular level. But if you are able to show that passion and grit, you can go to different heights altogether. And then art is something realistic, because if it is ambitious, it has to be ambitious, but if it is not realistic, then probably at times you will figure out that this is not something I will be able to achieve. So try to make short goals, try to beat those goals and then realign yourself and go for larger goals. And key is that it has to be time bound. It is very important that anything that we conceive, anything that we want to do, should be done in a time bound manner. So a lot of us feel that this will be done and we leave things for times to come. But try to finish the work that you are supposed to do as early as possible, because the time taken for the work can be completed depending upon the time you have. If you want to do it today, you can complete it today. But if you don't have much work today, you will keep to stretch even the smaller things to a longer period, and ultimately that will impact your overall strategy. Also, I would like to suggest that each one of you should be on the social media platforms, because you are starting a professional career, you want to, and try to follow people whom you like, whom you aspire to become. If you are in the banking space or insurance space or in a leadership position, you must follow people either through different links as to what you want to become. Because the more you hear them, listen to them, observe them, you will be able to imbibe different types of skills which will not be taught in the school. You will be learning a lot of things within the school. The school will be providing a lot of platform, lot of opportunities, lot of engagement with the industry, lot of research work, lot of visits to the industry. But despite all this, you will have to have your own research, your own inclination, your own passion that will carry you forward. Thank you once again, and I hope that this journey of 2 years will be very rewarding and successful. I am very hopeful this country will continue to do good. We are seeing young people like you who have gone into new areas, new ventures, and startup culture has started in our country. Innovative practices have started in our country. Earlier we were known in certain sectors, but now new sectors, whether it is in technology, which is making smartphones, internet penetration has gone up, mobile phone manufacturing has gone up, defense, aerospace, everything is opening up in a big way, and we have a young population above all. So, भारत को बनाने के लिए आप लोग की दरकार है. You are the right people who can come with new ideas, new innovative practices, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.